Well, hello guys. I hope you are doing well. I am back. Uh, this is my second live video, and this time I'm not going to be using my puppet anymore. I'm going to be using my actual face, and I'll be trying to talk about different topics. One of those topics is going to be a continuity to what we've spoken about the other day. And the other day we've spoken about subconsciousness and the subconscious mind, and how do we use it as individuals in societies? How do we use it in our houses, in our homes? How do we use it with people we love and care about? And how that subconscious mind is actually affected by everything that we hear, encounter, everything that we feel, everything that is around us, right? So I've also drawn a line between consciousness and subconsciousness last time in the previous live video. So if you want to check that out, you can do that as well if you're new to the channel. But if not, you can just, it's fine, you can continue watching this as well, because I will give a crash course before we jump and talk about the main important thing here, which is how to exercise our subconsciousness and how to reach a flow state. All right, by reaching the flow state, I'll talk about the first flow state that any of us can reach, which is the access of telepathy. Right, I'll talk about telepathy, what is telepathy all about, and I'll also speak about the way telepathy has been around us, but we didn't really know. Do you understand? We didn't really know. I'll talk about everything about it. I'll teach you how to do it. I'll even give you exercises on how to access that flow state. Right? I'll give you the perfect exercises, the proper exercises, how to access that as well. So apart from that, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everything is okay. Hello, Season. Season is here, is with us. Thanks a lot for being here, Season. That's amazing. I'm glad to see you or to hear from you. So, Season, we're going to be talking, as I said, about telepathy, right? Telepathy is a very important term, right? This term was actually um, created in 1882 by Frederick William, right? Frederick William, who died in Rome, he created this very important concept. And Frederick William was a poet and was a philosopher. So he has created it and created this name specifically. Telepathy means in Greek to communicate from a distance, then to communicate with someone else from a distance. Hello, Infra. I hope you're doing well, bro. I hope you're doing great. Let me read Season's comment. She said, "Is telepathy really a myth? Because one of my teachers and a student could talk to each other through telepathy." Yes, it is actually accurate. It is actually correct. I'll talk about it today. I'll just clear that myth, clear that theory, and I'll give you evidence, and I'll tell you, right, about moments you have encountered telepathy, right, Season? I'll talk to you about moments that you have felt telepathy, that you've used it throughout time. So, my voice is low. Thanks a lot for letting me know. That's good. Thanks a lot for letting me know. I can do this for now. Yep. Here we go. Here we go. I can do this for now. Just let me know if you can hear me a little bit better. Infra, please let me know. Apart from that, oh yeah, you have it on max. There you go. That's why, Season. I don't want you to hear the noises right around me, because I've got a couple of things going on, so I don't want you to hear any of that. I just want you to hear me out. I don't want you to hear the noises of the PC and whatever. Do you get what I mean? Apart from that, thanks a lot for coming, guys. You will not regret coming here today, right? You will not regret coming here today. I'll tell you why. Because today, I will teach you how to exercise your subconscious mind and reach a flow state whenever you want. As I said before, only few people can reach a flow state, right? And I'm going to teach you how to use telepathy, right, at your advantage. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to use telepathy at your advantage trying to understand what people are thinking about, we will start with people that you already know, your brothers, your sisters, your mum, your dad, and then we can move on to your friends and best friends and everyone else around you. Hello, a sleepy pineapple. That's an amazing nickname. Sleepy pineapple. I hope you're not sleepy. I hope you can, you're wide awake and you're ready for this, right? So it's kind of like anime. I don't know about that. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, maybe it's kind of like anime. I don't know what kind of anime you watch, season, but let's just talk about telepathy. And I think I've seen telepathy in some animes, if I recall. I don't quite remember, but I think I've seen it as a superpower. Do you get what I mean? It's like they know what the other guy's talking about. And these superpowers are powers that you already have as an individual as well. Hello, Max. I hope you're doing great, mate. I hope you're doing very good, bro. I miss you a lot. And thanks a lot for being here as well. So, telepathy is something that we use every single day. Trust me. Something that we use every single day without us knowing it. Just like the subconscious mind, without us knowing that we're using it, and our conscious mind is actually remembering things from the subconscious mind, bringing them back to reality and to the present time. Do you understand? The telepathy is something that we're using as well. Speak to each other through the minds without really speaking. Yes, true, that is correct. But but again, in anime, they don't explain it quite often. So I'll explain it to you today. How does telepathy work? How does it work? What is telepathy, first of all? What do you mean by telepathy? Telepathy is the way, telepathy. So it's the way to communicate, yeah, through a distance without using actual words, without using language, be it sign language, right? Verbal or non-verbal. Let's put it that way. Without using verbal and non-verbal. You need to know that language is divided into two, right, categories: verbal and non-verbal. Verbal, by speaking to you, like for example, right now I'm talking to you, yeah. Non-verbal, if I do this, it means I'm not speaking, but you can see that I'm shocked, I'm surprised. Do you get what I mean? If I do this, like, what time is it? Do you get what? My watch is here. Sorry, that was random. That was all over the place, mate. My watch is here. So if I do this, it's like, what time is it? Or you're late. Do you get what I mean? You're late, Max. Or Andy. You're late, Andy. Do you get what I mean? I shouldn't say it. It means you're late. Do you get what I mean? So we've got verbal and non-verbal communications. Telepathy is more than that. Telepathy is something that is supernatural. Something that is crazy good. And I'll give you evidence that it is real and it exists and it happens to all of us every single day, maybe, right? And I'll teach you how to use it, though. I'll teach you how to use it. Doesn't make sense, but makes sense. I'll teach you how that makes sense. Sleepy pineapple. Hello, Mr. I don't know for real. What should we call ye? Oh wow, Andy. Well, my name is Muhyiddin, right? Just for you to know. You can call me the teacher. Everyone calls me the teacher. If you don't want to call me the teacher, you can call me Muhyiddin, no problem, right? So that's my name. Muhyiddin is my name. You can call me that, or you can call me the teacher. That's how I'm known amongst my friends. Yeah. So apart from that, it's fine. The teacher is not really formal. You might think it's formal, but it's not, because the teacher is my name on every gaming platform, on every, do you understand? Wherever you see me online, I am under the name of the teacher. Do you get what I mean? So it's not really formal, it's informal, it's fine. So you can do that. IGX, what's up, bro? This is telepathy, mate. You knew that I'm here. I hope you're doing great, bro. Yeah, it's not formal. The teacher is not formal. Infra, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's not formal. Sir is formal, but the teacher is just a nickname that I like to use, not to refer to myself as a teacher. Every single one of us is a teacher. You are a teacher at home. You are a teacher with your friends. You're a teacher. Wherever you go, you teach others when you talk to them. Do you understand? Even if it's one thing that you tell them, it's an advice that you gave them that day. That advice is going to teach them something throughout their lives. Do you understand? So you are influencing them. You are doing something positive in the word, and you are a teacher as well. So that's why my nickname is a teacher. You can call me that if you want. That would be powerful, Mr. the Teacher. Yeah, that's too much. That is too much. So, telepathy AGX is something not really guessing. Telepathy is not guessing. However, I'll tell you what is the difference between to guess and to use these powers, right? Didn't happen to you that one day you were thinking of this guy, yeah? You were thinking of this person, a friend of yours, you were thinking about him, and then suddenly they call you on your phone. Do you get what I mean? Suddenly, out of nowhere, they call you on your phone. So that happens to all of us. Let's be honest. That happened to all of us, right? Yes, a lot of times, Max, it actually happens. You're thinking of someone like, oh my God, I need to talk to Max now, mate. Yeah, I need to speak. And then he calls you. What is going on? You see that connection between you and that person that called you, yeah? Well, if it happens every single time, Season, if it happened to you, to Max, to me, to every single person in this chat, it is not a coincidence. It is not luck. Do you get what I mean? It is not a coincidence. It is not luck because, and it doesn't happen one time, do you understand, or once or twice or thrice. It happens multiple times throughout our lives. And I'm going to prove you that it's not luck as well through other examples. Yes, you accidentally meet them in the street as well, Max. Yes, true, that is correct. You're thinking of something. Oh my God, I was thinking about you, mate. I was thinking of you. Why did you meet him in that place while you were thinking of him? Scientifically, you can, because his brain and his mind, do you understand, has a connection with yours somehow, because he's your best friend, because he's your brother, because she's your sister. Do you get what I mean? So you've got that connection. Thanks, Sleepy. Sleepy Pineapple. That's a weird, man. That's weird, Sleepy. I don't know if you're sleepy or awake. That connection between you and that specific friend, right, helps you get to meet them and send kind of waves, do you understand, and connect with them subconsciously speaking, right? So your minds are connected, your hearts are connected, do you understand? Sometimes a mother, I'll give you another example, a mother would feel very, very sad at a moment and thinks of her son. If you've got mothers here, you would probably understand. She would think of her son. She would go, oh my God, my son, this and that. Do you understand what I mean? Maybe my son is having a problem now. Maybe my son is, do you understand? Oh my God, she will not feel okay. She will feel her heart racing. Do you understand what I mean? So, and yes, something will happen to her son that day, or something has already happened. But how does the mother feel these feelings? It is not luck, it is not a coincidence. It actually is real. And there are plenty of examples, plenty of stories. You can ask your moms. If you've got mothers, you can ask your moms. And your moms can actually tell you the truth. And the thing about this, my parents are divorced. And when she calls me, it's like, I dreamt about you, did this, and this happens, and this, and this. Yeah, well, dreaming is not the same as feeling, right? Yes, your mom can dream, and we can talk about dreams in another live video. Dreams are also part of your subconscious mind, right? I can talk about dreams in another video. I would have spoken about it now, but I don't want to, drive away from the topic. You know what I mean? But let's talk about telepathy for the moment. But dreams are a very interesting topic as well. She's like, I feel like you are sad, and she feels like I fought with my dad and stuff. Yeah, it might happen. It might happen. If she feels that, and she calls you down, she says, Season, I don't know his name. She says, Season, are you okay? Are you fine today? Because I've got these feelings. I've got this. I was wondering, are you doing well? Are you okay? I felt that you're not doing well. Do you get what I mean? And you might say, yeah, I actually had a fight with my dad today. We argued about something, right? And she goes, I felt it and I knew. I'll tell you why. You've been do you understand, inside of your mom for 9 months, right? You've been, Omar, you've been fed, do you understand, through your mom's organs. Do you understand what I mean? You were inside of your mom for 9 months. Then you were born for 2 years, yeah? For 2 years, your mom has been just feeding you, right? Breastfeeding you. That's a very close connection there. If you were not breastfed, she was holding you every single time. You understand? That's why there is a very strong connection between people who are who are born and then stayed with their mums. Do you get what I mean? For 2 years, that those first 2 years with their mums, like every time she hugs them, she puts them to sleep, she, do you understand, breastfeeds them. The connection there is really, really high, better than the connection with someone that was separated from his mom when he was a baby. Do you get what I mean? The connection is different. So that's when your brains and your minds and your hearts develop that connection. And when we talk about this, we can also speak about soulmates, best friends. How do you find your best friend? Sometimes you're friends with one person for 4 years, mate. 4 years, mate. And they're not your they're not really, really your best friends. You know them for 4 years, but they're not really your soulmates. And sometimes you meet this guy or this girl or this person in a subway, in a restaurant, whatever, and you have them one single conversation, yeah? One single conversation, might be online if it is, and they are your best friends, your soulmates. How and why does that happen, and how does that happen? Do you understand? There is this connection between the hearts, the mind, and the soul. Do you understand? So, yeah, not even real friends. I'll tell you something. If I ask you the question, Season, if I ask you the question, I'll just pick Season randomly. Napa, hello, I hope you're doing well, mate. Thanks a lot, mate. Thanks a lot for being here. If I tell you this, if I ask you a question, I say, Season, do you have a soul? Do you have a soul? What would your answer be? Right? I just picked Season, Omar. I just picked you up just randomly, yeah? Anyone else can do. You do have a soul. You would tell me, I do have a soul. But guess what, Omar? You don't have a soul. You are the soul, Omar. You have a body. Okay? Listen to that carefully. You don't have a soul, Omar. You are the soul. You have a body. Do you understand? Do you understand, Max? Not everyone does. We are the soul. I am the soul. What I have is a body. I don't have a soul. I am the soul. Do you get what I mean? Once you understand that, exactly, Sleepy Pineapple. Once you understand that, right, and now I think you're thinking, oh, that is true. I shouldn't be saying I have a soul. Do you get what I mean? I don't have a soul. I have a body. I am the soul. You see, once you separate yourself, right? Once you separate that, are we spaced us then? No, we're not. We are the soul. Do you understand? You are the soul. The one that's speaking to me is the soul. Do you understand what I mean? It's a very, the definition of the soul is not really something to be taken slightly. Do you get what I mean? It's very, very hard definition to put out there. We can talk about soul some other time if you want to. It's amazing. It is mentioned in so many religious scripts as well. The soul is crazy, is amazing, and if you talk about the soul, you will find a lot of the truth that we live in nowadays, and it speaks about us as individuals as well. But if you ask the question, do you have a soul? The answer needs to be no. I don't have a soul. I have a body. I am the soul. Once you have that understanding, you already figured out who you are, right? You already figured out who you are. That is important. You cannot move forward, right, and understand how the brain works and how our minds work and how our hearts work and how our souls work and how do we meet people and how do we interact with them, how do we connect with them, how do we have those strong connections if you do not understand who you are, right? If you don't understand how you are, that's very important. Right, you can take notes if you want to while I'm talking. If you find what I'm saying, or you can go back to this video and watch it anyway. It's on YouTube. What am I talking about taking notes? That was in the past. Duh. Old school me, you know. So apart from that, let's just focus on the fact that telepathy is used by all of us. I'll give you this story that happened in for Muslims who are here. I don't know about Muslims, but Muslims, if we have Muslims here in the chat group, they might agree with me on this part right here, because we've got stories in Islam, but in the religion of Islam, we've got stories that tell us a lot about telepathy. Before I talk to you about these stories, let me speak about, yeah, there you go, Season. Season, you might know this, yeah, and you might find this very interesting as well. In Islam, there was this story that happened to this friend of the Prophet. His name is Omar. Omar, just like you, Omar ibn Khattab, right? He's one of the khulafa, I suppose, one of the four khulafa. He was one of them, and he was the second one. Obviously, it was Abu Bakr, Omar, Uthman, and then Ali at the end, and then Muawiyah, blah blah blah. So these are the khulafa. For those who do not know them, if you do know them, it's okay. You can read history if you want to know them. It's very interesting history as well. About the history of Islam is amazing. You can read it. And before I say the story of Omar, I want to speak of something that the Prophet Muhammad said to the people. Prophet Muhammad said, right, and I searched about this hadith, and it's an amazing saying. It's a saying that was said by Prophet Muhammad. It's very, very good one, and it's true. He said, the the gift that was given to these people, right, the people that were born in from let's say Prophet Muhammad's right time until today, until the end of time, these people have got something in common, which is they remember a lot. We remember a lot of things. We can read the whole book and we can remember it by heart. Do you get what I mean? We can remember a whole book by heart, no problem. But before us, there were other people, other generation. The other generation before us, yeah, before the Prophet Muhammad, Moses, Jesus, Abraham, do you understand, Noah, all of these prophets before the Prophet Muhammad, their generations, their people, they had one thing in common as well. They had something called the inspiration. It is called inspiration. In the saying of the Prophet Muhammad, it's called inspiration. The Prophet Muhammad said, he said, in the generations before you, in all the humanity, in the generations before you, there were people that were gifted by inspiration. Right? They were given by inspiration. By inspiration, he meant telepathy. They were given inspiration. And there is one amongst you who is given that inspiration. And his name is Omar ibn al-Khattab. So Omar, the son of Khattab, he had that inspiration. He had that telepathy. And in the year 23, what happened? Omar, the story is, Omar ibn Khattab, he was given a speech to people on Friday. On Friday, he was given a speech to people. As you know, Muslims, every Friday, they give a speech. So the Imam goes to the mosque, he goes up and gives speech to people every single Friday, right? So for those who do not know how it works. And the speech contains everything about life in general and everything religious and give advice to people, so on and so forth. Now, in that specific day, Omar stopped the speech. Listen carefully. Stopped the speech, and he said, what is the name of the other friend of Omar? His name is Sariya. Sariya is his name. Now remember his name. His name is Sariya. He said, Sariya, the mountain. Yeah? He was talking about a big mountain that I've seen, and he told Sariya, a mountain. He started screaming, yeah? Sariya, the mountain. While giving the speech. And then he stopped saying it, and people that were watching and listening to him, they've told him, they were surprised. They didn't cut him off, but they were surprised. When the speech finishes, right, they always go to him. So when the speech finished, they went to him and they told him, why did you say that in that period of time? He said, I have felt that Sariya is in trouble. Who's Sariya? Sariya is one of the friends of Omar. Now, some scholars, of course, always make my research. Listen, this is also my advice to you. Never hear something from me and then don't research it. You need to make your research, you guys. Yeah, make your research. I make it easier for you because I kind of read and make my research every single time. I don't speak to understand just randomly, but actually there are sources to understand everything that I tell you. So you have to also make the research to find out more about what I didn't say and what I didn't mention. Apart from that, Saria was a young man. This young man, some scholars they say he met the Prophet Muhammad, the prophets of the Muslims, or he didn't meet him. Do you understand? Some people say he met him or not. If you meet the Prophet, you're a friend of the Prophet. You are called Sahabi. That's how you're called. You're a friend of the Prophet. If you didn't meet him, then you're not Sahabi. You are Tabi'i. Do you understand? So you're a friend of the friends, if I may say. Do you understand what I mean? So he was a friend of Omar, 100%. Why was he a friend of Omar? Because Omar, at that time, he was the Khalifa, right? He was the responsible of the country. He was the, let's say, the prince, the king of the country. And he told him to be in charge of the army, right? He told him to be in charge of the army. And while Saria was going somewhere, he was going somewhere. Hello, guys. I hope you're doing well, everyone. Wildy, Zayan, I hope you're doing well as well. So when he did that, when Saria went with the army, there was a fight, right, happening, and it happened that they got another army, in a sense, intervening, and there was a fight between them. So they were losing. They were losing the fight, basically. The main idea here is that they were losing the fight. When they were about to lose the fight, there was a mountain that Saria didn't see. So Omar, he knew that if Saria puts that mountain, right, goes to that mountain and fights the enemy, they can win against them because they can go around the mountain. So he told him, Saria, the mountain. And Saria heard Omar. And he went to the mountain. And when they finished, this is in history. This is all written. Do you understand? All right, Season, you take care now, yeah? See ya. And when that happened, what he did, he went to Omar and he told him after months, do you understand? Months afterwards, because they were far away from each other. They didn't hear each other. They were months away from each other. So when he arrived, they gave him a gift to Omar, and they told him, this is what we heard, this is what Saria heard, and he telepathically knew what you've told him and heard you, and he went to the mountain as well. This is historically proven, and it is in the history books of the Muslims, basically. You can find it there. Take care, Season. See you tomorrow. Yeah, you've missed a lot of things. Omar's really something. Yeah. So, yes, Omar ibn Khattab is amazing. He had those telepathical skills. Do you understand? He could use his telepathy. Omar ibn Khattab is an amazing creature, mate. Is amazing. So, and you can read about that as well. And Saria, by the way, he also had various superpowers. Saria, if you read about him, he's not a random young man. Saria, if you read about him, he used to run faster than the horses. You might think this is, wait, what? Saria used to run faster than the horses. Do you understand? Amazingly fast, right? And now that you're thinking, I want you to understand something quite important. Back in the day, the previous generations, they had different powers than us now. They could run faster, right? They could carry things, the pyramids, the seven wonders. How were those things, to understand, built? And they are still theories nowadays and mysteries how they were built and whatever. You need to understand that the old generations. Yeah, Silent Bolt over here. There you go. The old generations, they had big bodies, big capacities. Do you understand? So Saria is one of those people, and also they were not limited. The subconscious mind was not limited. How wasn't the subconscious mind limited? I'll tell you how. They didn't have TVs. They didn't have the internet. Do you get what I mean? They were not influenced by everything that they see, right? So when they see a horse, the first thing they think about, oh, that horse is running away from me. Let me catch up to the horse. And they start running after the horse. Do you get what I mean? And then they can catch up to the horse maybe. Do you get what I mean? And they can hold the horse as well. But if you tell this to me or to anyone else who has seen how fast are the horses and the cars and the bicycles, and how human beings cannot really run faster than horses, and we put all these thoughts in our subconscious mind, and we are fed by all of these illusions, and we're influenced and we're persuaded and we believe that no one can run faster than a horse. No one can run faster than a horse. Why? Because we have fed our subconscious mind every single thing, right, that we're talking about. Do you get what I mean? That's it. That's how it is. But back in the day, if you keep telling someone you can hold this rock, that rock is very, very heavy. You can hold it. You can hold it. You can carry it. You can carry it. You can carry it. He will carry it at one point. Do you understand? Back in the day, people could carry things, mate. They could carry things. They could take things miles and miles away, mate. Yeah, they could have done that, and they could work for the whole day. I mean, they could chase animals. They could catch animals. They could slaughter animals. Now no one can do that because we are, yes, but at the same time upgraded. Exactly. So back in the day, there were different generations than nowadays. Nowadays, our generations are fed by all of these illusions, and we are influenced, we are persuaded, you understand, to believe that I cannot run faster than a horse, I cannot fight with a cow, I cannot fight with a wild animal. Back in the day, previous generations, they fought with animals. They fought with wild animals. Some of them got killed, 100%, but some of them won as well. Do you get what I mean? Some of them won as well. And for them to think, I can actually fight this animal, is crazy to us. Why is it crazy to us? Because we've seen a lot of movies where people cannot do that. Do you get what I mean? We've seen a lot of movies, a lot of documentaries, a lot of things where our subconscious mind are fed up, but our limitations. We are limited. Do you get what I mean? That's what they tell us in TV. That's what we hear every single day. We see and we watch our limitations, right? We watch our limitations. We are never taught how to reach our flow state, how to reach a subconscious mind, how to be a better creature, an individual who can actually surpass his limits and go beyond his limits. We are not taught this through the media. Do you understand? No, not really. It's not superpowers wild. It's not superpowers wild. Yeah, it's just I don't like to call it superpowers. Nowadays, people call it superpowers. It seems subconsciously speaking, when you hear it, you're like, superpowers, it's yikes, it's not real. I don't want to call it superpowers. These are limitations that we've put to ourselves nowadays. These limitations did not exist before. And animals they didn't, do you understand, watch TV, or they didn't focus on the media to get influenced, and that humans are weaker. Do you get what I mean? Animals did not change. We have changed as individuals, right? We have changed, right? There is this, we always say that time has changed, right? So many people, old people as well, they say time has changed. Back in the day, time used to be different. Do you understand? Our time used to be different. We used to do this. Now, this generation, the time does not change. People change. We change every day. Every single day, we change. We don't take a different form. We don't grow heads. We don't grow hands. We don't take a different form when we change. But our minds, our brains, our hearts, we change. We change through them. Our thoughts change. Our ideas change every single day, whether you like it or not. When you leave this conversation, you will leave as a different person. You will not leave as the same person who entered and is watching. Do you get what I mean? You will leave as a different person. Everyone, okay, Sleepy says, everyone has their own limits, so there should never be how to surpass your limits in the media. Well, yes, exactly. That's what you hear. That's what you hear through the media. You've got limits, you cannot surpass them. Because they show you the animals, they show you how hard it is, they show you, do you understand, the danger of it. They show you all these things, and you are fed, do you understand, with these things in the subconscious mind. So you kind of, subconsciously speaking, you build this idea in your mind that you cannot do that. You would never be able to do it. Do you get what I mean? It's like you build it, the idea in your head, right? That I can never do this. That's what I told you before. If you watch skills every single time, how would you develop a skill? Watch the skill. How do you want to learn English very fast? Listen to native speakers. Watch English learners. Do you get what I mean? Only then you will develop the skill, right? If you don't do that, you will never develop the skill. If you don't listen to English speakers or native speakers, you will never develop the skill of speaking English properly and fluently, coherently as well. You would never do that. So by feeding your subconscious mind one thing, you will become that thing. If you want to feed your subconscious mind martial art, you will become good at martial art. If you feed your subconscious mind football, you become good at football. Do you get what I mean? You will become good at judging football players even if you feed your subconscious mind football. Do you get what I mean? So what you feed your subconscious mind is what you become as an individual later on. That's it. If you feed your subconscious mind fear and you're afraid of everything that is around you, obviously you will become afraid. You will become a scared person as well. Do you get what I mean? This is what we see nowadays. That's what's going on. American government, Wiley says, American government just try to make you think Arabic is hard, so you can't learn Islam clearly. Now, which is a shame for people who actually want to learn Islam. Well, if we talk about religions all over the world, and Islam to be specific, through the media, Islam is the worst religion out there. Do you get what I mean? Through the media. Through the media's eye, Islam is the worst religion out there. But once you talk to Muslims, once you're around Muslims, you get to realize, wait a minute, these guys are amazing. Do you get what I mean? These guys have got good ideas, and these guys, do you understand? They are just like other people as well. So that's why it's a little bit hard, to focus on the media nowadays and watch it a lot and feed our subconscious mind with it. It's a little bit crazy. People who want to learn Arabic. And no, that has nothing to do with the government. People who want to learn Arabic, like some people. Well, yes, to talk about that sleepy and wild yeet, Arabic is actually one of the hardest languages out there. It is true. It is true. It is one of the hardest languages out there, because Arabic language has a deeper meaning to it. This is why it's hard. It's not the pronunciation of the words that is hard. No. Arabic has a deeper understanding to it. Take the book of the Muslims, Quran, for example. You can never, and you will never understand Quran if you translate it to any language out there. You will never be able to understand Quran if you do not understand Arabic. You will never understand Quran if you don't understand Arabic. No one out there can tell you otherwise. Never. I challenge you, and I challenge you to the fullest, mate. I go with you anywhere you want, mate. Arabic is a hard language when it comes to understanding its meaning, because the meanings change. When you add one letter, when you omit one letter, when you put the same word in different sentences, it changes. Arabic has a deeper meaning into it. So we're not talking about Arabic. And we're not talking about Arabic. Do you mean the government corrupts people's minds? Yeah, the government does that. Listen. Sleepy pineapples. I'm not going to take a politic turn here and talk about politics, do you understand, and governments and blah, blah, blah. But you will be very stupid if you don't think that you are being fed. Do you understand? Subconsciously speaking, your subconscious mind is being fed whatever it is. Do you understand? That's it. Through media, you're manipulated, being brainwashed, you're being controlled. Do you understand what I mean? Subconsciously speaking, you're very stupid if you don't think that. If you don't know that, you are a very stupid individual. And it's fine to be stupid because we are all stupid and smart. We were born with the same capacity of stupidity and smartness. But then when we grow older, we developed better smartness or better stupidity. So don't feel offended and say, why did you call me stupid? I can also call you smart. We've got a lot of smart people doing stupid things. We've got do you understand, so many people that are stupid and doing smart things, and you get surprised, really? That came from you? This guy is stupid, but he came up with something very smart. Do you get what I mean? So really, we are all stupid and smart. You're talking to someone who's smart and stupid at the same time. We were born with the same capacity of smartness and stupidity, but when we grow older, we kind of chosen which one to develop more than the other. Do you get what I mean? Based on the surrounding, based on how we fed our subconscious mind. If you feed the subconscious mind everything that is smart, everything that is beautiful, everything that is correct, you become a smart person more than a stupid one. If you feed your subconscious mind with SpongeBob and everything that is stupid, you will obviously become a stupid person rather than a smart one. Yes, you will say some smart things along the way. Obviously, you will surprise your friends or family members and say something smart while you're being stupid all the time. But it can be the opposite as well. Do you get what I mean? So don't just yes, don't be offended and take that to get me as, oh my god, he called me stupid. There you go. Dislike the video and subscribe. Leave this guy. Don't do that. Um, don't feel offended because everyone is, right? Everyone is smart and stupid, right? Everyone. Albert Einstein is smart and stupid at the same time. Do you get what I mean? That's just, if he wasn't stupid, he wouldn't just. I don't want to talk about Albert Einstein and the difference between his smartness and stupidity. This is also talking about a different topic and a different subject that I can talk about some other time. Do you get what I mean? Smartness and stupidity. But apart from that, I just want you to understand. I just want you to understand that you shouldn't feel offended when you're called stupid because it's okay. Well, that's about what he meant. Yes, it's fine. I'm not into government, just saying it. Yeah, we should follow the government's orders. When the government say you should follow the traffic guidelines, when it's red, you stop your car. When it's green, you move your car. That is, of course, a must. We need to follow those guidelines from our governments. Do you get what I mean? No one is saying the opposite. Do you get what I mean? We're not those people who would just protest randomly and say this and that. No. Do you get what I mean? Don't take it the wrong way, right? If the government say you should come to the hospital and do this and follow this procedure, whatever, that's what we need to do. Because the government, they know better. The president knows better. The king knows better. The queen knows better. Do you get what I mean? Because they are in that position because they know better. And we need to follow their leads. We need to follow their orders. However, there are people out there behind the media, right? In the background, behind the media, working on feeding our subconscious mind certain things that we shouldn't be fed, that we shouldn't learn. So be careful what you watch, be careful what you hear, be careful what you learn, because at the end of the day, you will only affect yourself as an individual, and that's what you will become. You will become what you feed yourself. Do you get what I mean? That's it. That's how it's going to happen, my friend. So let's talk about telepathy again. And stop doing this to me, season. Always taking me back to a different topic. Behind the scenes to corrupt our minds. Yes, listen. Just like there are people who are corrupting our minds, there are people who are making our minds smarter. They are opening our subconscious mind. They are trying to teach us. They are trying to show us the way. They are trying to show us the light. Do you get what I mean? And they are trying to drive us away from bad things, right? If I may say. Do you get what I mean? And they're trying to strengthen our subconscious mind. They're trying to strengthen our minds and our hearts and our souls, right? And make us better people. There are people that are doing this as well on the other side. Not just people who are doing the bad thing. There are people who are doing the very good things out there as well. People who wrote very good books and people who wrote very bad books. Bad books as in very good, but subconsciously speaking, very bad because they teach you bad things. So apart from that, apart from this, telepathy is quite important, and it is a very interesting topic to talk about. And today I will teach you how to use your telepathical powers. And as I said before, Frederick William, in 1882, this guy died in Rome, by the way. He was a poet and a philosopher, and he studied psychology. So what did this guy do? He has created this word, telepathy, right? He's the first one who has created this word. So this word is now known because of him, because of Frederick William. And telepathy, as I said before, is to communicate with others using just without using verbal or non-verbal language. So you just communicate with them using your mind. You read their minds. You read what they're thinking about, right? Reading minds. You can see that today in shows and Got Talent shows. You see people reading other people's minds. Do you understand? This happen a lot, but those are tricks, probably. Most of them are. But to meet a real person who can look at you and tell you what you're thinking, that is a little bit rare, right? And I've given I've given you an example of Umar ibn Khattab, the one in Muslim, excuse me, the one in the Islam religion. I've given you that example. I can give you other examples as well, of people who have actually encountered, to understand, these situations and felt that they use telepathy with others. Sometimes you're talking to one of your friends, right? You're talking, and you tell me if this happened to you or not. You're talking to one of your friends, and then out of the sudden, your friend wants to say something, but then you tell him, you answer him before he asks the question. Number one. Number two, you tell him, this is what you want to tell me. That's why you came to me. Right? Number three, you tell him or you give him what he wants before him asking you. If any of these happen to you, let me know in the comments. If any of these happen to you, let me know in the comments, because this needs to happen to every one of us at least once or twice. Do you understand? I mean, I'm not talking, as I said before, I'm not talking about thinking of your friends and your friends calling you. Do you understand? I mean, oh my God, he called me. You think about him and then he calls you randomly. I'm not talking about that. That happened to all of us as well, and that is part of telepathy, because you've got a very intimate relationship with this person. You are very close to him. He's your brother. He's your sister. She's your sister. I mean, your parents maybe. Say that again. Sometimes you know what he wants just when he shows up. True. When he shows up, you look at him, you know what he wants. But Andy, there are 3 cases here. Number 1, if you know this person, if this person is your best friend, very best friend, and you've already developed a relationship with them before, you've communicated before, you connected, right? Your hearts are connected, your souls are connected, your minds are connected. You know everything that he likes, everything that he hates, right? You know how he speaks, you know when he's sad, you know when he's mad, you know when he's happy. If you've got all of this, right, in your mind and in your subconscious mind, if you've got all of this already known about this guy, you will be able to use telepathy with them. This is the first case. Why? Because your brain can easily guess, right, what does that guy wants to say. Your brain will easily guess, what does he want to say? Okay, he wants to say this. You will easily guess it because you already know every single thing about him. Do you get what I mean? You already know every single thing about him. Sleepy, I don't know what you mean by say that again. I don't remember what I was talking about before. Just tell me what is it, and I'll say it again for you. So that's it. When you talk to that person that you already know, you already fed your subconscious mind with everything about him. You know how he talks, how he speaks, do you understand? Sometimes you meet one person, he says, I know you, right? I know you, so, bruv, I know you. I know who you are as a person, just trust me. This is what you wanted to say, this is how you're thinking, and this is that, and this is that. Do you get what I mean? You meet these people in life. You minimize things, and you guess which is the right thing. Yeah, you can do that. There is the third case. The third case is what Infra is talking about. That case is when you don't know the person. Let's say you meet someone, you don't know them. You don't know them. And they ask you a question, or you are talking to them, you ask them a question, and you want to know what is their answer before they answer you. Before they give you the answer, you want to know what is their answer. Without you knowing the background story, their life, you've never met them. Here, you start, as Infra said, minimizing things. Like put in one thing here, one thing there. Do you understand what I mean? Like the possibilities, right? You put the possibilities in front of you, and you choose from them. You're like, this guy looks a bit, sad. So maybe I'll get rid of this possibility. I'll keep this one. This guy looks like he's motivated. He looks like he's active, hyperactive. So let me get rid of these 2 possibilities. This guy is, do you understand? So while using the moment to study the guy that is in front of you, You can eliminate a lot of possibilities and stick to two or three possibilities and then try the best one. And all of this happens in one fraction of a second. This doesn't happen in a long period of time. While you're talking to the guy, you can actually figure this out. But this only happens if you've reached a level of awareness, right? If you reach a certain level of awareness. Not anyone can do this. You need to reach a certain level of awareness. You need to reach a certain level of awareness to put these possibilities in front of you, right? I don't want to say you need to be very smart. Obviously, your IQ level needs to be a little bit higher than others, do you understand, if you want to do that. But it's not very difficult for you to get your IQ level to become higher than others, right? You just need to feed your subconscious mind everything that is related to being smart, not everything that is related to being stupid. Do you get what I mean? So this is what I'm trying to say. If you watch a detective movie, you will go outside and try to be the detective. Trust me. You will act throughout the day as a detective, right? You will look at people and say, you wanted to do this because of that. Let me see. Because you already fed your mind with everything that the detective was saying. The personality of the detective, the ideas of the detective, the way the detective speaks. Do you understand? You watch Sherlock Holmes, you become Sherlock Holmes. Trust me, right? You watch some random killer, you become that killer. You become hateful, you will hate people, do you understand what I mean? So take that into consideration, guys. As I said it, whatever you feed your subconscious mind, that's what you become. That's what you become. End of the story. So telepathy is similar to that. Once you sit with one person and you talk to them, you are able, actually you have the ability to access their mind. But there are different people. Some people, they can't do that, unfortunately. Some people, they are not able to access the minds, the other people's minds. And others, they've got the ability to do so. They've got the ability to do so. So I don't know if the just like songs, you listen to sad song, yeah, you become sad. 100% Andy. There's a problem in the camera. The camera stopped in it, but can you hear me, Infra? I don't know what's the problem. Yeah, true. There is a problem with the camera. I don't know. I don't know what is the problem, mate, with the camera, to be honest. I'll try to see what is the issue. I don't know what is the issue with the camera, to be honest. Let me try and figure out what's going on with the camera before I put it back on. Let me. Oh yeah. I think there is an issue with the problem. There is an issue with the camera. I think something got disconnected, but I'll connect it quickly. There you go. I think you can see me now. There you go. I just need to remove the logo of the there you go, of my PC, if I may say. Do you understand? Of my PC, so that you can see me properly. I think you can see me now. There you go, mate. There you go. There you go. If you can see me, just let me know, yeah? If you can see me, let me know. Yay, that happens in a live video, trust me. That happens. Anything might happen. It's part of the show. Do you get what I mean? It's part of the show. So thanks a lot, Infra. Thank you. So did you understand me, Infra? That's what I wanted to say. That's what I was saying. Um, if you want to access the flow state, you need to be able to reach that level of awareness and understand the people that are talking to you, the people that are around you. I'll tell you this again, something that is related to this, before I teach you how to use these skills. Exercises, physical exercises. There are two types of people. Two types of people. Listeners and hearers. Listeners are people who can listen to you. Hearers are people who hear you. They hear you out, but they don't listen. Sometimes you tell someone your problems. You tell them your problems. You tell them, I've had an issue today and this happened to me and blah, blah, blah. They will help you out. Do you get what I mean? They can help you out, but they will listen to you first. They will listen to everything that you say. I'll give you an example. Andy, I'll give you an example. Yeah, I'll teach you how to use telepathy. Andy, this is the purpose of the video, by the way. I will teach you physical exercises, real exercises that you can use. Trust me. You will be able to use telepathy if you follow those exercises in 1 week. And we will meet next Friday, and you will tell me that you've got a better understanding of what it is and you've used it with people. I promise you. I promise you. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. If you fail, let me know. Because I know you won't if you follow my exercises and my lead. And if you maybe rewatch this video again. What was I talking about? There you go, Andy. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for driving me back from the topic. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I was talking about the two types of people. Here we go. There you go. I remember. The listeners and the hearers. Sometimes you've got this friend that you go to and you tell him, it's okay, Andy, don't worry about it. I'm just joking. You go to this friend and you tell him, he says, why do you look so sad today? Infra, you look so sad today, right? That's what your friend might say. You look so sad today. What happened to you? And then you're thinking, I don't want to tell him. Then you tell him, oh, okay, I am sad today because I have lost, I've lost a very important thing to me, and I'm very sad and blue because of that. Then your friend will say, this is the hearer. He will say, oh, okay. Want to play some football? Wait, what? Do you get what I mean? I just told you, you just asked me why am I sad, and I told you, and you just ignored what I said. Do you get what I mean? You ignored the whole conversation. So you only wanted to know why I'm sad. You didn't want to help me. That's a hearer. That's not a listener. The listener is someone, that's why there is a good listener out there, someone who would listen to your problems. When you talk to them, you say, oh, I've lost something today. Oh, what did you lose? What was it? I don't want to say, man. Come on, bruv. You can tell me. It's okay. And then you tell him, I've lost my computer. I've lost a friend of mine who's not talking to me anymore, blah, blah, blah. He can say, why didn't you try to fix it? Why didn't you speak to him again? Make the first move, talk to him, be the one who speaks to him, blah, blah, blah. That's a listener, right? That's a listener. Yeah. I will okay, perfect. I can open a Discord account, Big Question by Sleepy. I can do that, and we can discuss all of this together if you want, or other subjects in the future. We can discuss different subjects, and the floor will be open to everyone to talk, right? I was going to do this through Zoom, right? But then Discord, I think, is much better because it's faster, right? So we can hear to one another. I will create one, and I will put it out there on my channel so that you can, guys, come to the Discord server. We can have a conversation. I will then, do you understand, we can answer each other's questions, and it's amazing. Never use Zoom. Yeah, I'm not going to. There you go. Discord is better. Zoom is not really the one, Max. Zoom is not really the one. Yeah. Full trolls. Really? Full of trolls. I don't know about that, to be honest. I've used it once or twice, work-wise, right? With the department where we were talking and everything, but I've never used it, before that, so I've used it twice, and I'm not going to use it again. But Discord is amazing. It's an amazing idea. Andy, who gave us the idea? Sleepy Pineapple. Sleepy Pineapple. You're not sleepy after all. You're wide awake to come up with that idea. Trust me. You're wide awake. You better change your name, mate. So these are the two types of people, listeners and hearers. Do you get what I mean? And we always love a listener. We always love that person who would listen to us. Here we go again. We get them out of the topic. No worries, mate. No worries, bro. So you kind of listen to that friend of yours, and you try to find solutions to their problems. So we've got these two types of people. The listener type is the one who is more likely to use telepathy. The listener type is more likely to use telepathy. If you are a listener, you are more likely to learn how to use telepathy. Okay? If you are a hearer, someone who just, what's wrong with you, buddy? Mate, my grandma died. Okay, want to play some football? If you're that person, you will find it hard to reach. Do you understand? That awareness, that level of awareness. But if you're already a listener, it's easy for you to learn the exercises that I'm going to teach you. Right? And you need to use these exercises every single time, every single minute, every single moment. Every single day, use these exercises. They are physical exercises, very simple. You just need someone to use them with. You can use them alone if you want to, right? But it's always better if you have someone with you, your brother, your sister, your parents, anybody. It is like a game. And I've done this, by the way, I've done this before, right? I've done this before with real people, face-to-face people. I've done it before, and we have done it several times, and it worked. And so many people, face-to-face, they've learned how to use telepathy. They've learned how to use telepathy. And some of you are thinking, sir, or the teacher, if I reach this level of telepathy or awareness, will I be able to read the question of the exam paper and look at the teacher and find out what's the answer? Will I be able to reach that level? I'll tell you. If you get to learn what is a flow state, if you get to learn everything about telepathy and how to use it, you will be able, right? You will be able to understand the questions, the answer. You will be able to find out the answers that are related to indirect questions. Personal questions, not something from a book. You cannot know the answer from a book, because maybe the teacher does not know the answer from the book as well, because he just wrote the question, the answer is in the mark scheme. Do you get what I mean? But personal questions, you will 100%, and I guarantee that you will be able to answer them before the guy answers them for you. He can tell you, what's my favorite color? You look at him and tell him, black. Your favorite color is black. He would say, wow, how did you know that? Do you get what I mean? How did you know that? Some of you are thinking, yes, most of the time that works, it's a coincidence, it's by luck. Do you get what I mean? It's by luck, it's a coincidence. But if you're able to use your telepathical skills, if you're able to use telepathy and become better at it and increase your level of awareness, you will be able to find out what is the color of 10 people in front of you. What is the favorite color of 10 people in front of you, and you will get them all correct. You will not miss one person. Your favorite color is black, yours is pink, yours is red, yours is white, yours is blue, yours is yellow. Hit me. They will say that is correct. Do you understand? Did you know it's black? Yeah, well, if they ask you, for me, I guess, guessing AGX, thanks a lot for writing that comment, AGX. How did you know it's black? For some reason, they were your comment was hidden. Do you understand? I had to click there to show the comment because you wrote the word black. Wow, we are living in a crazy world, bro. We are living in a crazy world, bro. You are not allowed to write the word black in the comments. Be careful, you guys. I had to click show to show the comment. That was hilarious. Anyway, you can be a wizard. You see how you're looking at it? You see the H-E-H-E, he. It's like you're laughing. I can be a wizard. I mean, you're laughing about it. That's what limitations is all about. That's what limitations is all about, Infra. You limit yourself when you do that. When you say, oh, I'm going to be a wizard. Okay. Don't limit yourself. You will use telepathy if you want to. So many people used it before. There was this exercise that I've done to this band. There was a band, music band back in the day. And this band, there were a group of people, five people. They were together in a band, and yeah, they blacklisted that word. True, true, correct. But I just clicked show because it wasn't offensive or anything. It was just fine. I'm just, do you know what I mean? I mean, now you cannot write the word black on comments, really? Why? I mean, it's a little bit weird, to be honest, but what can we do? What can we say? That's a different topic for a different time, trust me. Uh, apart from that, what was I saying? There you go. Yeah, wizard. Someone who's always trying to. Yeah, there was this band. Sorry, there was this band. There was this band. 5 people. They were musicians, and they wanted to see how well they are connected, telepathically speaking. So they brought them to the station. They separated them. They put a phone in every room. Do you get what I mean? In every room, they put a separate phone. And they connected those phones, right? And they were asking person number A, person letter A, for example, or person number one, they were asking him, do you, what is the answer? If we ask B this question, what will his answer be? And he would say, letter A will say, oh, his answer will be like this. And the answer will be like that. Do you get what I mean? So they used this exercise with this band. I forgot the name of the band, to be honest, and I forgot the exact date. But if you make some research, you will find out. But it is real and it happened. Even this president, what is his name? His name was Saddam Hussein. Yes, Saddam Hussein he was a president in Iraq. Saddam Hussein, he used telepathy one day, and this is also real. He was going to have an interview with George Bush later on. Before the interview with George Bush, he brought a psychiatrist, and he told him, study George Bush personality, right? And let me have the interview with you before I have it with George Bush, and ask me all the questions that you might think George Bush will ask me, right? And actually Saddam was able to give him all the questions that George Bush might ask and all the answers that George Bush might expect. And later on in the real interview, in the real meeting between Saddam and George Bush, 99% of the conversation was predicted by Saddam. 99% of the conversation already happened with the fake Bush. This is a real story. You can read about it if you want to. It surprised so many people. The answers were accurate. Everything was accurate. Do you get what I mean? So, these are the exercises that you can do as well. But to give you a physical exercise is very simple. If you have a friend of yours, what about people who say that twin siblings are telepathic? Yes. Twins are connected because they were in the same belly, they were born at the same time, or maybe seconds one after the other. And when you separate them, they will feel sad. They will know that the other person is sick. They will know that the other person is lost. They will know that the other person is in need. They will know that the other person is happy. And some of them, they cannot be separated. Do you get what I mean? Because their brains, their minds, their souls, their hearts are connected to the fullest. They are connected in a crazy way. Do you get what I mean? When you get separated from your mother right now, that's why when our parents die, we feel sad. We feel sorrow. Why do you feel sad and sorrow when a person that is very close to you dies? Because you have developed a connection with them. All right? That connection is the thing that leads you to telepathy. Remember that, right? Remember that. You wouldn't just feel sad right, or crazy mad because a random person died. You wouldn't. But you would feel very sad if someone that you admire, someone that you've been with, someone that you've already connected with passed away. You will feel sad and you will feel that you've lost something within you. Do you get what I mean? Especially parents, brothers, sisters, best friends, soulmates. Do you get what I mean? Very important thing to deal with. Why? Because you feel that your heart is melting. You feel that something got taken away from your soul. Do you get what I mean? Something was taken away from your soul because you have developed a connection with them. At Kuwait, I'm not sure. Have you heard about the story about the girl at Kuwait? No. What is the story about, mate? If we had Discord, you could have told me about the story. What is the story about? You can type it for us if you want to. If it's a long story, we can discuss it next time. But I haven't heard of it. No, I haven't heard of it. But again, there are plenty of stories like this, mate. There are plenty of stories like this, especially with twins. It starts off with twins, and then with mothers and their kids, and then with friends, with best friends, sorry, and then with friends, right? And when I say best friends, I mean soulmates, and so on, and then other people. So what I want you to do, get a brother of yours, right? Get your brother next to you, and ask your brother a question. Ask your brother a question. Or before you ask him a question, let's do this exercise. Let's do this exercise, a very simple exercise as well. If you don't have anyone in front of you, let's talk about people who do not have people in front of them. People who cannot, let me drink some water. People who do not have anyone in front of them. What I want you to do is get 3 cups, right? 3 cups. Put a dime or a pound or anything below those cups. And then ask someone, or you yourself, because you're alone. I said let's talk about you being alone, right? Move the cups randomly. Close your eyes, move them randomly. Right? Go back, come back, move them randomly. Go, after 2 minutes, come back, move them randomly. Until you literally do not remember where is the dime. You literally do not know where is the dime. You have 3 cups, and you need to do what? As AGX said, guess. You need to guess. It all starts by guessing. But then it becomes a study of the person, a study of the mind. It becomes a connection with that person. So you look at the cups and you're thinking which one contains the dime. The first thought that you have in mind is the thought that you should go for. This is the trick. I'll say it again. This is the trick. Every single time, this is the trick. Okay? This is the trick. Every single time. Even when you're with a friend and he's mixing them, and you close your eyes, he's mixing them, right? You open your eyes, he says, open your eyes, you open your eyes, he says, where is the dime? The first thought, that's the one that you need to go for. Don't think twice. Do you get what I mean? The first thought is the real thought. Remember this. Because at a moment like that, your brain, right, is able to connect. Your brain is able to connect. So once you have 3 cups in front of you, and you're guessing the one in the middle, the first guess in your mind is the one in the middle. Don't change that. Go for the one in the middle. Don't change it. Go for the one in the middle. If it's correct, you're good. You can do more. You can do this more than once, twice, thrice. Do you get what I mean? If you do this activity and this exercise, I have done this activity with real people, right? I'm telling you, I've done this with real people, and it worked, and it was amazing. It was an amazing experience to see people getting surprised of them using their telepathy skills. They were like, what? Wait, I got it 3 times on the roll. I got it 5 times on the roll. I've got it 7 times on the roll. I've got it 10 times on the roll. What is going on here? Do you get what I mean? Am I a magician? You're not. You're just using your brain abilities properly. You are just in a flow state. Do you get what I mean? You just reached a flow state, basically. That's why you're able to do that. But let's say the opposite happened. You have chosen the middle cup, and the dime is not there. Don't ask him to tell you where it is, right? What you need to do in that time is choose another cup, because you have 2 more options. And the next cup that you need to choose needs to be the first one that comes to mind. The first one that comes to mind. Choose it. The one on the left. Choose it. If it's not there, it's okay. Do it again. But every time you do this, you have, I will say this again, and I need to focus on this. Every time you do this, you have to choose the first thing that comes to mind. Use the first thing that comes to mind. Don't think twice. Don't say it's the middle one. No, wait, I'll change my mind. Just the one on the left. Don't do that. Don't do that. That will not teach you. That will not tell your brain to connect and communicate properly. That will not increase your awareness of the whole situation. That will not push you to be in a flow state. The first thing that comes to mind, use it. Choose it. We can use this as well with pens. With pens, red pen. When you do this, you finish this exercise, and you find yourself, you became good at this exercise, do you understand? Start using the second exercise, pens with different colors. Pens with different colors. I don't have pens here in front of me. I've got them there far away, but pens with different colors. And once you have those pens with different colors, what you can do is, you can get those pens, 3 pens, yeah? 3 pens. And have someone hide the pens, 3 pens, hide them, green, red, blue. Green, red, blue. Hide them. He will mix them and hide them, and then ask you, tell me, where is the green pen? You need then to be able to tell, the green pen is the pen on the left. If he shows you the pen on the left and it's green, guess the other 2, black, red, or blue, red, sorry, or red, blue. The first guess that comes to mind. Do you get what I mean? Here, what you're doing, you are preparing your subconscious mind to reach a flow state. You are preparing your subconscious mind to reach that level of awareness for you to use telepathy in the best ways. This is what you're doing to your brain. This is what you're teaching your brain. This is what you're teaching your mind. Let's say he reveals the pen and it is not green. It is red. Then guess where is the green one from the other 2. Tell him the green is here and the blue is there. If it's correct, do it one more time. If it's not correct, try it again. If it's not correct, always go back to the dime and the 3 cups, right? Because these are phases. The dime has no colors. The cups have the same shape. This is the first exercise that you need to teach your brain, right? Exercise 2, with colors now. You are challenging your mind with colors. Because to have 3 different colors, 3 different pens in your head is different than having 1 dime and 3 cups. I'll tell you this. I don't know, you guys stop talking. I don't know why, but I'll tell you this quickly. Infra, if you hear anyone is here, just say here. because I want to know that you people are listening. I'll tell you this quickly. I'll tell you this quickly. If I say shoes, Infra, if I say shoes, what image will you have in your mind? That image is called an acoustic image. It is called an acoustic image. What image do you have in mind when I say shoes? We are all here in this chat. We've got about 10 people, 8 people. We're all in this chat group. When I say any word, your subconscious mind will imagine it exactly. Your black tea. And you see what I'm talking about? But Andy will not have the same acoustic image. Different shoes. Andy's shoes are different than yours. Maybe white shoes, maybe high heels, maybe sport shoes, maybe one shoe, not two, not a pair, maybe one, not a pair. In the acoustic image, maybe she sees one pair, not two pairs. Do you get what I mean? Or a pair, sorry. With strings, someone will think about them without strings. Do you get what I mean? If I say pen, you might think of a blue pen, an old pen, a new pen, a pen with a cover, a pen without the cover, a pen lying flat, a pen, do you understand what I mean? You will imagine a pen, all of you here, all of us will imagine a pen in a different way. Here we go. I got football stick, sneakers in mind. We call that, Andy, we call that an acoustic image. Right? If I say woman, you will all have that acoustic image of a different woman in your minds, right? If this is not a proof that our minds are amazing, our brains are great, do you get what I mean? And you see now, you are understanding your brains. You're thinking, I kind of understand my brain now more than before. Now I understand that if someone says phone, I imagine a certain kind of phone, a certain type of phone, a certain brand of phone. Right? A certain color, and someone else will imagine something different, right? So these differences, right, are crazy. Do you get what I mean? We don't imagine the same phone, the same shoe, the same. And by the way, if you imagine a green pen with the cover is different than a person who imagines a blue pen without the cover. Their personalities are different. Psychologically speaking, they have different personalities. Psychologically speaking, they don't get sad in the same way. They don't get mad in the same way. Psychologically speaking, they don't get motivated in the same way. Psychologically speaking, they are two completely different persons, right? Which means, if I say water, and then I ask you, what is the acoustic image that you imagine when I said water? If you tell me I imagined waterfalls, I might be able to say that you are a troubled person. Do you get what I mean? Or a very calm person. If you say, I imagine the sea, I imagine the pool, I might say you're a person who limits himself a lot in life. Do you get what I mean? Why would you imagine just a pool? If you say, I imagine a cup of water, do you get what I mean? I might say, you're a little bit thirsty. You need to go drink some water. Do you get what I mean? So, those acoustic images that we have in mind tell us about our personalities. Tell us who we are as individuals. Do you get what I mean? So, this is also part of our subconscious mind. So, when I say, before you move from one exercise, oh my, yeah, here we go. I got the cup of water in my mind. Yeah, people are different, bro. Trust me, people are different. Once you, and that tells a lot about your personality, by the way, Infra. When you get a cup of water in your mind, and the cup of water, is it big? Is it small? Is the water to the tip? Is it full of water? Is it just a little bit of water? Do you get what I mean? Is it cold water? Is it normal water? Do you get what I mean? Is it clean water? Right? All of these factors, they teach me who you are as a person. They let me connect with you and know your personality and who you are and what is right or wrong with you. Do you get what I mean? I can understand you better, right? by that, through that cup of wine. God, oh my God. There you go. Yeah, a cup of wine with water. See what's going on? A very classy person who likes to brag and show off AGX. So, a cup of wine with water. Do you get what I mean? It tells you a lot about other people's personalities. It's crazy. Yeah, Infra, we do actually have time to learn about your personality. It's a very fun personality if we want to. But again, we've got two exercises, as I said before. Exercise number one. Exercise number one. Get cups and a dime, because it's easy for you to have the acoustic image of one dime, because you know how it looks like. You know how the dime looks like, right? £1 or €1, $1. You know how it looks like, and you know how the cups look like in your subconscious mind. So when you're trying to pick, your brain will not find it difficult to choose. You will directly have a hint, and you will say the cup in the middle. And that's why you need to do this before you move to the next exercise. The next exercise contains pens and colors. Your brain now moves on to the next stage. Your brain is thinking, the acoustic image that comes to your mind is 3 covers, 3 pens with 3 different colors. Do you get what I mean? So that's a different stage than the dime stage, right? So you're using more of your brain. You're using more storage, if I may say. Like time, it's like 30 seconds, and we are done by learning your personality. Yeah, it's like, so that's it. We're done with you. We're done with you, Infra. You're doomed. Yeah, it's a really, really rich cup. Yes, exactly. I imagined what you said. A really rich cup. And that tells about your personality. That's someone that likes to brag, to show off. That's someone that likes to live life. Someone that likes to wear good clothes. Someone that likes to have a very good haircut. Someone who likes to, do you understand? To show he's looking good, he's looking nice. Do you understand what I mean? And maybe you imagined yourself holding the cup in a certain way, or, do you get what I mean? That tells a lot about our personalities. So basically, I'm going to end this by saying, these are the exercises that I want you to use. Please, guys, please. I will create a Discord group, yeah? And I will use in the Discord group. But before I leave, obviously, we're going to have some questions. If you want to ask me any questions, you can. And I will create the Discord group. I will also put the Discord link on my YouTube channel. You can check that out later. We can have a full conversation about this later on. But did you understand why I said exercise 1 is different than exercise 2? Because of what you get in your mind, in your brain. Okay? Start with exercise 1. You can do it alone. You can do it with a friend. You can do it with your mom, with your dad. Right? You can do it. It's easy. We all had that friend in school that when we hide a dime behind our back and we do this to him, he gets it right every single time. You all had that friend, bro. He always gets it right. What's wrong with you, mate? How do you know that? Do you get what I mean? But then we used to think this is luck. The guy is lucky. There is no room for luck. There is no room for luck. If you're using your mind, if you're using your brain, if you're using your awareness, there is no room for luck. Remember this. Remember these words. There is no room for luck. If you're using your brain, your awareness, there is no room for luck. Right? Even if that person says, I did it, I don't know how I did it, that means he was in a flow state. I don't know how I did it, man. I don't know how I scored that goal. Cristiano Ronaldo, they asked him, how did you score that goal, man? How did you jump that high, mate? He said, I don't know. I don't know. He was puzzled. He didn't know. That means he was in a flow state. So once you reach that flow state, you will not understand what's going on with you, because your brain now is something that you cannot control, something that is wide open to everything that is surrounding you. Do you get what I mean? That's how important it is. That's how amazing it is. Yes, we can discuss the topic, Andy. I will make it now. Yes, I will make it sleepy, and I will post in the community comments. I will post on YouTube the Discord link and everything, because I want to create it and put certain things in it and everything. I don't want it to be random. Do you get what I mean? I want it to be kind of professional Discord, so that anyone can join, and friendly Discord. Do you get what I mean? account. I'll do that and I'll add everyone, no problem. And we can discuss a date. We can discuss a day where we could talk, and we can also discuss this together. We can have a conversation. We can listen to one another. Well, that's something amazing. I would love to do that. That is amazing. I would love to do that, to interact with you guys. Do you get what I mean? I mean, I'm interacting with you using comments, but we can interact face to face. Sometimes you have some questions that you cannot really ask me directly, but because it takes a long period of time for you to type. Do you get what I mean? So you just don't ask the question and so on. Yeah, we can hear each other. I don't mind at all. We can do that, no problem. I know so many people cannot join us on Discord because they don't have Discord. Some people, they don't have Discord. They might not agree with the idea. That not everyone is a gamer. But apart from that, for those people who do not have Discord, I will upload that session on YouTube. Do you understand what I mean? For them to watch, so they will be able to watch it anyway. They will not just be with us live. Do you understand? That's all. Yes, they can just stay on YouTube, no problem. Yes, infra. So these are the two exercises I taught you today, right? Learn these two exercises if you want to increase your level of awareness. If you want to increase your level of awareness, learn these two exercises, the dime one and the cups, and the colors one with the pens, right? It's a very good one. And do the first one. When you finish the first one, and also another advice before I leave, and before I leave you, I need to leave you with this advice. Don't use these exercises like every single minute. Do you get what I mean? Every single minute. No, don't do that, because your brain gets tired. Your brain, your mind gets tired, right? You cannot do it every single minute. Every single minute, you need to give rest to your brain. You need to let your brain rest a bit. Your subconscious mind rest a bit. Do you get what I mean? And the last thing that I want to say, and you need to remember, go with the first hint. Go with the first hint. Don't think twice. No, I changed my mind. Wait. No, don't do that. Go with the first hint. The first hint that comes to mind, go with that one. Do you get what I mean? You are trained, and remember, you will not achieve this in 1 day or 2 days, because by doing these two exercises, you are training your brain, you are training your mind to reach a certain level of awareness to help you communicate with others using telepathy. Okay? That's what you're doing. You are training your brain. You need to train your brain. You need to train your subconscious mind to reach that flow state before you know what the other person wants to say. Do you get what I mean? What the other person wants to say. So understand this, please. And I'm actually very happy that you were here today, guys. Thank you so much. The first is the best. Yeah, you can do the first one. You can do the second one as well. When you finish the first one and you learn a lot about it, and when you become very, very good at it, start with the second one. Good job, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope I helped you understand something, one thing at least today. At least I helped feed your subconscious mind with one positive thing today. All right, that's my hope. That's what I hope. I hope I've helped you learn one single thing. If I achieved that today, I'm the happiest person alive, right? If I helped feed your subconscious mind with one thing that is positive, then thank you so much. Thank you so much, Infra. Thanks a lot, mate. Don't listen to my like I do with you, and that's a compliment. I know, IGX. Thank you. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. That is a compliment. I take that as a compliment, and also, I'm very happy to know, to understand that you are listening and not hearing. You said listen, and listening means you are focused and you understand what's going on. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, and I cannot wait to learn from you too, to understand and to hear the story about the Kuwait, the girl from Kuwait. Next time when we talk about that, I didn't forget about it. Sleepy pineapples. I will not forget about that. You need to tell me about the Kuwait girl story, because I want to learn. I'm a learner. I'm open to learn, and I'm open-minded as well. and I love to learn from everyone, and I love to learn from you. Thank you so much for being here, guys. It has been a pleasure talking to you. You've been amazing. When he doesn't answer your comments, your comment. When he doesn't answer your comment. I didn't understand what does that mean. But again, thank you guys. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to leave you now. See you next time. Hopefully on Discord. It's going to be on Discord. And it's also going to be live on Discord anyway. So for those people can join me through YouTube, and other people can join me on Discord as well. We can have a live conversation, and people can talk back and everything. It's amazing, and it will be fine. So thanks a lot. Good night, mate. Good night, Andy. If it's night time there, thank you so much, guys. You've been amazing. I just hope you've learned one or two things at least. See you next time. Peace.